I mean, let the people know who you are that don't know.
It's TYNEARA DaVinci. They should know. You know, I
What?
come each and every time. Hey y'all, I see y'all I see y'all filing in. Hey, hey, shout out to Los Bo. I see you. I see everybody. What's up, Mill? What we talking about?
I mean, I got the Q&A. You already know. Like, let the people know where you from. I mean, you know that your name TYNEARA DaVinci. They
These
know that.
niggas
You know,
know.
those
These
that
niggas
don't
know
know,
who I am. Let's get into it.
yeah, for real, they're gonna be on YouTube looking though. You know, this shit gonna draw traffic, especially when me and you get together. They're gonna be watching.
Always.
So people that don't
Always.
know,
They know.
people at a
Philly.
PA5, you already
Yep.
know.
Yep.
How long you been making music?
Um, what it's been like 10 years now. It's the 10-year mark. That's why I've been really going hard. With everything, because yeah, it's been a while, but really since I was a kid, I was in choir, I played instruments, I was on dance teams, and like I've always been an entertainer. But as far as rap, it's been about 10 years since I dropped my first mixtape.
Like, what really made you want to lock in and want to take it serious? Like,
I don't know, that's just my personality. I take everything kind of serious. Like I don't half-ass do anything.
right,
Mm,
right. So since you started, you knew it was the long haul for you. For you,
yeah, I committed. Like, yeah, I just knew, like, I knew I wanted to be in the industry from doing radio and doing things like that. But once I became an artist, it just felt right.
damn, you used to do radio.
Yeah, I did. I went to college for broadcast journalism, so I had a radio show in college. I was on Air It Out Radio. I was on Urban Expressions. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Shelly and Shell, yeah, me and Shelly Shell was very close. She was like a mentor for me really early in my career, and I was on Urban Expressions, which just put me in the line, like in line with people, different producers. I met like Rican Boy at the time, like just everybody. I just was always seen and hosting parties and just always in the mix. I just I was living like a rapper. I just wasn't rapping. Like in school, I watched all the battle rappers. I was always with them. In
Right.
college, I was always with rappers, and that just was my lifestyle. Then I just,
So that
my uncle was
adds
a
a lot.
rapper, like.
Right. So that adds to your professionalism a lot. Like, I didn't know that you did all of that before you started making music. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And it shows in your craft. You feel me? Like, everything you do be like really professional. From what I can see, you know what I'm saying? Like, the audio, the visual, and the pictures, all your shit be on like professional. So like, how many like is anybody in the industry you want to work with?
It's like so many people. It's like way too many to even name. But as far as like
Talk,
producing, I would say like Troy Taylor is at the top of my list. As far as like R&B type stuff, Metro Boomin is at the top of my list when it comes to like if I want to do some trap stuff. I really don't know who's like killing it as far as drill beats right now. But I definitely, want to continue on that path. I feel like my voice is rise those beats well. And as far as artists, wow, there's just so much. It's like I don't even know where to begin with that. Uh, it's just
right.
people.
You have a battle rap yourself before?
Yeah, I mean, I even got to rap for Lil C's. Me and Lil C's was in front of Biggie House, like kicking it. So, I met Nicki Minaj before as well. She was in Philly. Now this was Nicki like really beginning of her career, and she came to Philly, at one of them like small clubs. I forgot the name of it, and she called me on stage because I was in the front row, and I had this little skimpy outfit on. She had called me on stage and was like, "I like her boobs" or something. Got on stage and stuff, hugged her, and like just shouted people out, stuff like that. And just like people just in passing, I have a song with Tay Rock. I met, I meet people all the time. I was in Two Chain Studio when I was in Atlanta for a little bit. Got to work with Schoolie down there in Atlanta. So I'm always running into people.
That's a lot of my favorite artists. Like, I fuck with Tay Rock in my top 5 battle rappers. I feel like Nicki Minaj is the
Mm.
GOAT, and 2 Chainz, that's my favorite Atlanta artist. So that's dope. Like that you got the experience all like I never met Nick before. But that'd be an honor, you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like that was some foreshadow type stuff because it was just like I wasn't doing music at the time. I just was like just out in the mix, and yeah, that was just a crazy moment. So yeah.
Like, as far as like would you like to collab with Nick? Cause you remind me of Nick as far as with the Philly. You so Philly though.
Yeah, I'm
She's so
so
New York.
different than Nikki though. Nikki, when I
Hell
think
yeah.
Nikki, I think of like bright pink, I think bubbly, I think, you know, very animated, things like that. I'm more on the dark side. Like I'm more
Definitely.
vampire vibes, more punk ego. Like I was like I had emo vibes at one point. Like I appreciate the compliments and you know, all honesty when people do that, but I'm so on a different spectrum than her, and I'm also a singer and a trained dancer.
Right.
So
For sure, for sure.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't look at it as a plus or you know what I'm saying or negative. It's just
No,
something I
I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate the compliment, and she's the GOAT. I think lyrically, definitely, I take a lot of inspiration from her with wordplay and things like that. We're just on different spectrums as far as like style, personality, and
right.
I just have to let that be known.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like far as battle rap, I know you've been interested in battle rap. You always watch battle rap?
I love battle rap. Yeah, I grew up with that. We from Philly, so you know what I mean. Like on the bus, that's what I would see. You know, coming home from school and stuff, like being in the cafeteria, like people was battle rapping. Like that's, you know, I would be holding up back block, holding up signs, supporting people, watching headshot
Yeah.
DVDs with my sister, and like that's how we grew up. We used to be singing, even though what we do is wrong in the room, battling each other. Like we would use that song and be like doing the parts to each other, like we were battling. So it used to be funny.
Uh,
Like I just grew up with that, so
right.
it's just in me. But I'm not interested in being a battle rapper though.
No.
I'm not interested in that. But I definitely enjoy the sport. I scream at the TV like I'm watching football or something. Like it's one of my favorite
Right.
sports.
Right. Me too. Like you got a top five?
Oh man, nope, I don't. I'm not even about to do that. But I would say Jazz the Rapper is in my top five. I would say Easy to Block Captain is up in there. K Walker. Of course, I'm biased for Philly. Um, and, and yeah, those are like my top right now.
Right. Like who is your like anybody that you would want to collab with as a R&B?
Chloe Bailey. Um, oh, you know somebody local in the city. Suzanne Christine.
Fire.
I've run into Suzanne all the time and definitely would love to do something with her. Oh, Extra Cash. She from the city too. She's popping. I love her as an R&B artist. Uh, 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 what's her name? Seven Streeter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
SZA. It's so many girls I would love to collab with. Yeah.
Besides hip hop, like what's your favorite genre of music?
I guess I would say R&B next, and then like rock. I love rock music
Right.
a lot.
Yeah, I fuck with rock too. On the low ski bop though, that's like my third genre.
Yeah, like I
I say
love
R&B
Metallica.
too.
That's my favorite group, Metallica, AC/DC. Then I like more punk rock, like Linkin Park, Maroon 5.
It's the way, it's the vibes.
Yeah.
Like, what about like social media? Do you look at it like, as a nuisance or a benefit? If you had to make a choice.
I mean, both, like anything in the world, it's a tool. It depends on what you utilize it for. You have to have self-control with anything in this world. Everything has a toxicity to it. So it's all
Uh,
about your self-control.
yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
Like, what's one thing that you would say to your younger self?
Do exactly what you're doing. You
Mhm.
good.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, rap though. Are
Yep.
you interested in modeling?
I feel like I kind of do that already. It always has to be something artistic. I get calls to be in people videos and things like that. I'm not really interested in that. But when it comes to like my art, my album covers, I consider that modeling. Of
Facts.
course, in the future, branding and endorsements. Absolutely.
what about acting?
Oh yeah, I want to do action movies and like thriller movies.
Real rap.
Yep,
It'll be fine.
yep. I really want to do some action stuff. Thriller is probably my favorite genre, and then action. But yeah, I always said I want to do action movies. That's kind of why like I won't get like a BBL or something, because it's like I want to be able to run and I want to be able to jump and like do crazy stunts and stuff.
Yeah, like real rap. That makes sense.
So
Shout
yeah,
out to everybody who coming in, man. If y'all got any questions with TYNEARA DaVinci, y'all better speak now, forever hold your peace. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Don't be shy.
Busy woman.
Yeah,
You know what
shy,
I'm saying? I appreciate your time too. Like,
of course.
what's your top 5 favorite movies?
Um, I don't know. That's hard.
Wow.
Let me think. Taken. I like Taken.
Taking fire.
Yeah.
Part
What,
one.
I don't know. I'm smoking too. Uh, what's like at my top?
Yeah, like what inspired you? Like, is any movies that ever inspired you?
It's like my brain is like so many is coming in and out. I don't know. I like sci-fi. I like anything like apocalyptic.
Right.
And then I find myself watching like a lot of documentaries and stuff too. But like I
Okay.
just like any of those like end of the earth type movies. Like what
Sure.
was it, like into not Into Deep Deep Blue Sea? Not that. That was with sharks. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right. 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 Like, name 3 things you dislike about the music industry.
There's nothing I dislike about it. Like I said, everything is a tool. If I ain't like it, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's always something, a pro and a con with everything though. So, you know what I'm saying? But I hear you. If you don't like, if you love everything about it, that's beautiful.
Yeah, if I don't like it, I don't look at it. I don't consider it. It's not in my atmosphere. It don't exist. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? Like it don't.
But if somebody asks me that, I'd be saying like niggas don't we don't collab enough. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like
experience that. I see so many collaborations.
or anybody or far as even far as like the messages that people deliver. You don't think it's too much of anything?
No,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
depends on what you digest. You can listen to people that have like a inspiring message behind their music. It's like
Oh yeah.
trap gospel music out here right now. It's like it's things you can listen to. You can go pay attention. You can go watch what is that show that we've been watching? The Nine Reasons. You
Right.
can watch people like Jabez and like people. You have to find people that you that are talking about things that like investing and like spiritual growth and
I agree with that.
um you know nine keys. That's what it's called. You can go 19 keys on YouTube. Look up stuff like that. Things that'll
Right.
elevate you. You know, it's all about you have a choice in life. Like
Oh yeah.
at all times. Like even the smallest things that people feel like they don't have control over. They'll say, "Oh, my timeline." The timeline is what you created it to be. The algorithm is based off of what you choose to digest. Put your phone down if you don't like.
Right. It's just that simple. Yeah. Like I love that answer. Like what about is there anything that like the biggest thing that people misunderstand about you?
I was just talking about this earlier about like first impressions and um I think it's a lot of things. I think people don't realize like how deep I can get. I don't think people realize that I'm intelligent. Uh, and you know, they kind of take it for a weakness. I think a lot of people think, you know, because I've come out a little glammed up and things like that, that they don't realize that I'm really rough around the edges. I mean, I feel like in the music it should show, but I don't know. I feel like people still play with me sometimes. Like, um,
Right. Right. Like what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
mm, I don't know. I think I split my pants in like fifth grade or something. Like, I don't.
So light. It
No,
was
I
light.
mean, I've had like rough crowds and stuff. Oh no, I was performing once. My first performance, it was at the art. Remember the Arts Garage?
Yeah.
I had my
For
first
sure.
performance at the Arts Garage, and I had this little dance break. I may have rehearsed it like 3 or 4 times, and my shoe, like my foot came out of my shoe, and I had to like kind of dance with it, like hanging on, because it was like a sandal. So like it came out, but it was still strapped around my ankle, but it was kind of just hanging there as I was dancing. I had to keep
That's
going.
crazy. What insult did you ever receive that you proud of?
um, so much stuff. You said, what did you say?
An
What am I
insult,
from?
an insult that you received, but you're proud of it.
I don't know.
Yeah, like people like to say I'm too aggressive. I love that about me though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change me. I know you wouldn't change you for the world, but I know there's critics out there that say something that you're proud of. You know what I'm saying?
I
Try
mean,
to,
people always saying whatever. I don't know. I'm proud of everything that God has blessed me with
yeah,
and has given me.
yeah.
You know, I'm blessed. I'm super blessed. If anybody has a reason to insult me, they have a problem with themselves. So I realized that
That's
about people real early. So
that's great. That's natural. That's human nature. You know what I'm saying? But like, everybody not confident about what people insult them about. You know what I'm saying? I think you are. That's why I asked you to do an interview because I'm like, I love your
hmm
confidence. You know what I mean? Regardless of what anybody say. You feel what I'm saying?
well, thank you.
That's
Yeah, I
why.
mean, you gotta be like that. How are you gonna let
Yeah.
somebody tell you about you? Like, what do you mean?
Uh,
People are
it's amazing.
crazy as hell. Let somebody tell you about you, or how letting them affect how you feel. Like, even when someone say they made me mad, no, you made yourself mad. You have to have control. Again, we talk about control
Real
and like
rap.
accountability. You cannot let no one can make you mad. You can only make yourself mad. If you're gonna
Right.
let somebody have that much control over you, crazy. Everybody make me laugh.
Yeah. Like real rap. I see.
People be so mad at me. I don't
Uh,
know why.
real rap. I love it though. That's the whole point. Like when you for sure yourself, you're not gonna rub everybody the right way. You can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yes, I can.
Like what's the
And
fun?
that's why I'm mad. They're pleased too. The ones that don't, you mad, because some people like they enjoy that emotion. So whatever you feel when you around me, whatever you get out of it, good. Like the fuck, if you
I love
mad, good. If you feel good around me, good. Whatever
no,
you get it. I'm
real
gonna
rap
please
though.
you.
Whatever
Like
you
somebody
asking
gonna
for.
tell me, TYNEARA, yo, stop entertaining the shit. I said, I'm an entertainer. That's what I do. Like I'm gonna entertain the shit. Like whatever come with, I'm with it.
Real rap. Real shit though. Like
hmm
what's the farthest you ever traveled?
Egypt.
You know I knew that
Yeah,
answer, but I just wanted the
yeah,
people to hear.
no, yeah. Let the people know. Little light flex.
That shit was fire. You know what I'm
Yeah, that was the
saying?
best experience of my life. Talk
That's
about it.
what's up. What's your dream vacation?
That would be it. Honestly, that was my dream since I was a kid. So now at this point, I have other things on my list like the Maldives. I want to go to Italy and see the Vatican.
Uh,
I want to see the Northern Star, things in Iceland, like things like that. I have other things to conquer, but Egypt was definitely my number one. I feel like I was bred there. I feel like I was reincarnated from
I was
there.
about to say
Um,
that. I'm about to say
and I
people
had a
be
lot
able.
of conversations while I was there. Like people were saying like welcome home, things like that. And I was having talks like in the temples and like I went into the Cairo Museum and they were saying like if you feel like that, then channel it because they would go into the tombs and they would put all of their organs into the what is it, sarcophagus, into the,
Yeah,
yeah, they would put it in there so that they could be reincarnated, so um to just embrace that. So when we went to the pyramids, I had my natural hair out the entire time I was in Egypt. I don't know what made me do that, but because I always wear like wigs and weaves and stuff. So when I was there, I was just like, I'm just gonna wear my hair out. And I went to the pyramids and I took a chunk of my hair out. I ripped it out my hair and I put it under the pyramid.
mm,
And I feel like everything kind of came into clarity at that point. So I even get
man.
chills just still talking about it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds so interesting. Like Like if you could be reincarnated as an animal, which animal would it be?
Probably a cat or a
A,
lion. A
a
lion.
cat, a lion, right?
Mhm.
I appreciate
I think I was a lion already.
it. I agree. You a Leo, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was confused with a Virgo. I don't know why. Like, yeah, it's the V. V. Well, I don't know why. Yeah, Vinci. Always make me think of Virgo. I don't know why. Cause you definitely detail like a Virgo though, but you not. Duh.
My
What about
moon is my moon is in Virgo.
oh,
If you really look at my birth chart, so that's why I also. So you know how Beyonce
what
is
does
a
that mean?
Virgo. Beyonce is a Virgo, and so is Michael Jackson. And sometimes they come off kind of introverted, kind of shy. I feel like that's how I first initially come off. But then you get the lion, like, but it takes a while. I have to be like comfortable. If I'm in a room full of people, I'm in the corner, quiet. Like you've seen this, Mill. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah, for
in
sure.
person, just I'm really like in the cut, unless it's like I'm entertaining and the lion come out. Um,
Right.
but I just more reserved, and I feel like that's my Virgo moon.
I don't even know what that means, the moon and stuff. I need to figure that out. I be hearing that a lot though. Like,
You should look into it. It's really deep when you get into your birth charts, and it's a science behind it. Like some people, like I'm not into it, whatever, cool, but it's a
I read
science behind it, and it's
Zodiac.
like when the stars are aligned in certain. First of all, the sun rotates, and you see it every single day. It comes and it goes. Okay, there's a science behind that. The ocean is constantly going. We know it's a science behind it. So therefore, if you're born at a certain time and the stars are in a certain alignment at the time that you are born, there is a reason behind that. So when you really dig into
Mm.
the science of it and you know where your moon is placed and where things are placed on this chart, it just kind of it kind of gives you insight, you know?
Hell yeah, I'm trying to see because I love me some astrology. You know what I'm saying? It's like my third love right there.
Yep. And then you have to dig into astronomy too to really get an insight on the science of it.
And what's that?
Because astrology only gives you the characteristics, the chart, the astrology chart. Astronomy gets into the science of the stars. Astronomy is actually
Right.
the studying the stars.
That's
There's a
amazing. I'm gonna
difference.
look into that. I'm definitely gonna look into that astronomy, huh? That's
Mm.
cool. Like, if anybody played you in your biopic, who you wanted to be?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, that's a creative question. Hmm. I guess that person probably wouldn't even be born yet because I probably wouldn't want that done until I'm like older. And I feel like I feel like I want to create this really soon is like, how 50 did his and like Eminem did his, like they were in their own biopic, 8 Mile
Yeah,
was
that's
about him. You know,
fire.
I want to do that. But if somebody played me, I don't know, like maybe I'm looking at Chloe Bailey right now. So I would say
I
her
love
or
how you gave, I
someone
love how
like
you
that.
gave, I love how you gave me three answers to that question. That was fire.
That's how my brain goes. Like it's
That
gonna
was
give you
fire. Like she said, the bio joint, I'm gonna play myself. Somebody not even born yet. Plus,
Chloe Bailey.
yeah, Chloe Bailey, right? Damn, that was interesting. That's what I'm saying. Some of these questions be cliche, but the answers I get be like, I would never expect that. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Like, what's three things you love? You love because I know you're in love. So, what's three things you love about your mate?
um Honesty.
Mm-hmm.
He's very honest, always has been since I know him. Stability
Mm-hmm.
and communication. Like just being able to
Ooh,
have a conversation, like an intellectual conversation is big to me. I'm not big on small talk. I don't, like I want to dig deep. Like I'm like all in, like in right away. So like you have to kind of go there with me or like I get bored so easily. If you can't keep a conversation going, like I'm over it. So over it. So I appreciate his ability to converse.
right. Out of all the classic music in the world, if you could pick a song when you enter the room, a theme song, what would it be?
I'm so sophisticated. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Gotta be sophisticated. Vic Ross sophisticated. Yes.
that's
That is
fire.
my that's me. Like he was popping it off of me on that shit. Like
Yeah,
To
man,
get a
that's
person with me,
crazy.
you gotta be sophisticated. To get a person with
what's,
me.
what's, if you got to
I'm
say
from the
one thing to the youth,
city, from the Muslims, even Christians hate it. What?
yeah, it was crazy. I forgot
And
about
then
that
Meek
part.
jump on there, crazy. That's my shit.
Real rap, though.
Hmm.
I was going to say, like, damn, one thing you could say to the youth, what would it be?
Don't be a follower.
Mhm.
That's it.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Stay in your own lane. There's
Yeah.
nobody like you, right?
Don't be a follower. Do your own thing.
Macaroni and cheese. Like, is there anything that you really good at besides? Because I know you good at a lot of things. But what you think is the best thing you good at besides making music?
Um,
You
I
have
would say
other
being
talents.
being a loving person to like my family. I'm a
Hmm.
very family like oriented person. Most of my day is like revolved around my family. I don't think people realize that so much. I'm always with my family, always with my sister, my brother, my kids, of course, my husband, of course, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my cousins. Like that's who gets like all of me outside of music. I have to like tend to them the most. So, yeah, that's the best part, and I feel like that's why I'm completely blessed.
Right, for sure, for sure. It's nothing like family.
Hmm.
You know, that's your protectors, and you protect them. I mean, that's how you people learn how to be really friends for real, for real. And the people that don't have that, you be suffering, man. I
Yeah.
pray for them, real rap.
Rest in peace to Moppy, my cousin Sarita. I love you. Speaking of family and friends, that was like one of my closest friends that I just lost. So
She taught me a lot. I learned a lot from Moppy. Like Moppy been in my life since I was like what 21. I'm 39 now, so I learned a lot from Mop. Real rap. A whole lot about compassion. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Moppy, man. Real rap. Like if like, what's your top five female artists, like rappers of all time?
Lauren Hill, number one.
What?
Number two, Left Eye.
Yeah.
Three, Nikki. No, three, Kim. Four, Nikki.
Mm,
Five, TYNEARA DaVinci.
yes, ma'am.
Let's get it.
Mad at that. If you could subtract one sense out of your five senses, which one would it be?
um, Taste.
I
Taste. Because
said
then
that. Well, I said smell, but this is like,
no,
yeah,
I need to smell because I love scents. Like that's my favorite
yeah.
sense. Is my sense of smell because I love candles. I love smelling stuff. Like I love smelling like outdoors during certain seasons. Like I love how the fall smells and like I would be so sad if I couldn't experience that.
Oh,
But I can do without food. Like I can eat too much.
right, right.
I can do
That's
without
honest.
taste for a little bit.
That's honest. Real shit. Yo, who are the three people that influence you in your life?
My mom.
Hmm.
Uh, uh um you mean like because that's a lot like artists or like
Or just individual. It could be an artist, or it could be just in general, like
um
its influences.
I mean I take a little bit from like a bunch of different artists and stuff, but I just want to leave that on my mom because without
Right.
her like I wouldn't even have been had any type of interest in music. She when I was a
Mhm.
little girl before I knew anything, she was making me sing and perform in front of people. She would be like, no, my daughter's about to perform. She made sure I was on stage. She made sure I went to ballet class. She made sure I was in tap class and made sure I had tap shoes and things. Even when I would quit and jump into a different gymnastics next, she's with it, and I appreciate the beginning and the foundation of what she instilled in me. So I'll leave that for her.
No, real rap. That's just audible. Like, is it like, is it? Do you encourage your peers? to stay on the right
Nope.
path?
I don't give a fuck what they do. For real, for real. I just do me.
Yeah.
I don't encourage. I like, because you know what? I learned early, like, people will easily get intimidated by that. People will easily be offended by that. People have a lot of their own self journeys that they have to attend to. That, you know, even though you try to disrupt and try to influence and try to give advice, it's not up to you. It's completely up to the universe and God. So no, I do not try to do that. I just lead by me. I just do what my spirit tell me to do, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Correct. So do you look at yourself as a role model?
No. And like I
Mhm.
said, I just do my own thing. And I expect everybody to do their own thing.
Right. Like, would you be interested in writing a book?
Yeah, I want to write a horror film, or like I really want to write screenplays. But if
Mm.
I wrote a book, it would be like a horror thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror movies?
Saw. Um, what is it? The Amityville Horror that scared me. Uh, what was the other joint? It's one movie that scares me with the lady that she had the ventriloquist doll. Dead
Yeah.
Silence or something. That joint,
I'm gonna check that out. Where they see that jump. Damn.
that
It sounds.
joint scared me.
Like, if you got $10 million right now, what would you spend it on?
I would do that biopic that we talking about and
What?
start. I would do that. I would invest in like a studio, like a very like top of the line studio, and where where you can come get photos, things like that, all different types of things. And
Mhm.
the rest, I would invest and help my family invest and build businesses and invest.
No, real rap. That makes so much sense. Like, what else would we do with it? Like, if you never make it successful from music, would you still make it? Make music?
Yeah, I guess naturally I would, but I do have a goal with it, and I do see a timeline with that. Um, so
Hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what the future holds. Like, I'm so spontaneous. I could wake up tomorrow and say fuck everything. Like, I really don't know. But for now, it seems like that's what I'm gonna do. Mhm.
Right, right. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, how you feel about my questions?
I think they were very well thought out, and they were fun. They were cool.
Right.
It was lit.
What about Manly and Petty all year round? It's a good question for you. Is
That's
that
a
are
given.
you like that's a given?
Hmm.
I don't think everybody. You ain't everybody though. But I say I don't think everybody agrees. That's
Okay.
crazy if they don't, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yo, like, would you ever be interested in like doing voiceovers for like cartoon movies? Your voice is unmatched.
I don't think they ask me that all the time.
They do?
Yeah, I've been hearing that like forever. People always say stuff about my voice, my speaking
Always the
voice,
voice.
whatever.
Always. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I would consider it. Voice acting, that would be cool.
That's why I asked, would you make music forever? Because you got a therapeutic thing with your voice that people need to hear that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? You could be a radio personality, movie,
I know
a voice.
somebody was in my DM and was like, "You don't talk enough. I love when you
You
talk.
don't talk.
You don't talk enough on your social. Like, you don't come in the stories and talk to us enough." And I'm like, they're like, "We just like hearing you talk. Like, we like hearing your voice." Even DJ No Frill said that to me. Like, we love hearing when you talk. Like, I'm just like,
That's why I'm feeling in love with this interview shit, man, because I was really irked when you said, no, I ain't gonna be on camera, Mill, but now I'm so happy we did it this way because of that voice. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that it was gonna come out so good. This joint coming out better than I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like an audio interview and that shit fire. Like, she said,
yeah, it's dope.
she
It's
said I
dope.
love you.
Sometimes minimalizing things is vital. And I was thinking about that prior to. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just dive in. I love you too, Omar. Uh, yeah, like. let's
That
just dive
shit thorough.
in. Hmm.
And I was on the road. I was like, I gotta get home before 7, so I made sure I got here. I didn't think I was gonna get here on time, but I got here right on time. As soon as it was 6:50 when I got in the door, so it was meant to be. You know, everything happens for a reason. But how you feeling though? You know what I'm saying?
I feel amazing. I have this show. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We'll be in Brooklyn next Sunday. I'm in Brooklyn the whole weekend though. We doing the whole weekend. We got some club appearances. We got some radio podcasts I'm gonna pop up too. We got all of that. Like I am outside. Like, and then we have an amazing set. My set is like, I've been working so hard. Like I took a while off of performing. This is my first performance of 2023. And like, I've been working really hard as far as dancing and just putting the show together and making sure that it's upbeat the entire time, making sure that it's different surprises and things. And I feel like I always do that. I give some type of shock value, give something to the crowd, and I always leave giving gifts and stuff. So I'm gonna do that in Brooklyn, and we're gonna turn up. It's lit.
Yeah. If y'all never have seen a TYNEARA Da Vinci performance, you have to. She gives it all on stage. Like I think you're very parallel to who you are in real life with your music. You know what I'm saying? And your creativity. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows in your music how you really think. You know, people be doing the opposite of who they really are. Sometimes I feel like just to do for, like we said, for shock value in that way. Like I'm gonna say some shit that ain't even me. Like what? No, be you. You know what I'm saying? It's better.
Right. And maybe that's what's shocking. It's like
Yeah, you're really doing your thing. You're really being yourself.
that I'm
And
okay with being, a little nerdy. I'm okay with diving into my, I had lasers coming out of my eye and digging into sci-fi
yeah,
stuff, like I'm okay with having an intellectual conversation. I don't have to act like, oh, I want to fight and then like a girl, like especially coming from the city. I don't know why girls think that's it. That never was it for me. I always was lit. Like I always was fly. I was always about my money. I always was hustling. I never cared. Like I always was the girl that didn't care. Like I've always been nonchalant. This is me. Like it didn't really make her mad. She is she. Like
real rap. You gotta
she
get in.
is she. What is they
You
talking
know,
about?
you don't have to get into personality to be your personality. Like to be your artist is really who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, God. Thank
Yeah,
you, God. Hallelujah.
yeah. Like how many projects you got up to date?
Okay, so we got the Vitruvian Man. That was my first mixtape. The Hippie Life.
Hmm.
uh the Bartender,
Hold on. Why did you
51.
call that first album? Why did you call that first album, man? Let's stop right there. Say that
The
again.
mixtape was the Vitruvian Man, which is a sketch that was done by Leonardo da Vinci.
Hmm.
um and I just kind of took inspiration from that for the cover, and I thought it was weird because it said man, so I'm like, people probably like, what is she talking, like
The
it's a
picture was
girl, why is it
fire.
saying Vitruvian Man?
I never
And it
knew
was like,
that.
it's because it's like, this is a male dominated industry, so I just kind of like played off that. And yeah, so the
I
Vitruvian.
never knew that was your first title, your first album, and I didn't know what that meant. That was very enlightening. That's crazy. Like I can't wait to look that
Yeah,
up.
look it up. Da Vinci is a polymath, and that's something that I always was drawn to about him, and I felt that I related to. And it's like tapping into different type of geniuses because some people are really brilliant on the right side hemisphere of their brain. Some people are really dominant on the left side, and I feel like I tap into all different aspects, and like being able
Mm.
to dance, sing, play instruments, produce, engineer, edit, do nails, do that, like all of these things simultaneously is due to the fact that I'm a polymath. So that's why I named the rap name Da Vinci, because I was already doing that like before I was rapping, just being very multifaceted and things like that. So yeah, so we had the
Okay.
Vitruvian Man, then we had what I say, Hippie Life, Bartender, FemC 1 and FemC 2, which where I took female rap beats and I just rapped over those. And then I just started doing the album. I had V, that was 5. So then I had V for Vengeance, um,
Mm-hmm.
The Lions Den, and then the album that I just dropped. So I've had 8 projects.
And how many years?
10. So yeah, in 10
Amazing.
years.
You're
And then, and
very
then
consistent.
2022, I dropped a song for the end half of the year. My birthday's in August, so from August to January, I dropped a song every week. So I feel like that was considered a project as well.
Hell yeah. You gonna call that joint dropping a project every week. That's the name of that from August. Call that joint
I'll
from
just
August
call
to
it
January.
2022.
Yeah, that was
That
fire.
was
Like
2022.
creative
Yeah.
shit, bro. You
Yeah.
like damn. So is there any like things you got up and coming that you want people to look out for?
Just continue streaming everything that I dropped in 2022. Because that's what we pushing all 2023. And I got a bunch of shows. I'm on stage. I'm
Mm.
outside all summer. Like I'm outside from time the show, goes. Like this is gonna be like me reintroducing myself again. I always do that. I always take a break and come back lit. But we gonna do Brooklyn, and that's what y'all really need to do is pop out to Brooklyn if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up, like we up there the whole weekend, and we doing what we doing our thing.
Like you popping out the stairs battle on Saturday in front of the Maxis.
We don't know. We might pull up. We might be outside. We will see what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll see what the
Just you
temperatures is looking like.
enjoyed yourself at the TLA. It looked like you had fun at that joint.
Yeah,
The first
we was
TLA battle rapper.
backstage. People. Whatever. I was chilling.
Like you real rap.
I was
Mm-hmm.
chilling. Yeah, we was there. He was there. It was lit.
So,
Shout out to Jazz the Rapper. She did her thing. That leg cramp was crazy. Like, it was
what?
so much stuff. That leg cramp took me out. The leg
Like you got to
cramp
make it
took me.
to. You gonna go to a Chrome 23 event, Remy My Battle League.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got.
New York is like my second spot. So we
Right.
definitely there.
Like, would you be interested in being on like a team like Power or BMF or shit like that?
Yes, I'm such a huge fan of those shows, and I feel like I would be a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we got sitting this clip the fifth. Real shit. As TYNEARA is a one-on-one. You can get. She's a one-stop shop. You come to her, you can get everything. Like people need to know that. Like she's not just a rapper, bro. Real rap. Like can you do hair?
Yeah, I do hair. Of course. I used to have to make sure my chicks was laid. You know what I mean? Like, so that's where that.
I forgot. That's what I want to ask you about. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
So you was a
man.
madam. You was a madam. Oh shit, this shit get spicy. I forgot about that. Damn, I wanted to ask that question. Thank you for planting that seed just now,
Oh, my
because I didn't know about this shit. Like what? Who can honestly say that? And it's really true though. There's no cap on it.
No.
Like, is y'all still friends? How did that work when you retire? Like, is they still around?
No, like a lot of people, I mean, it's a hustle just like any other hustle, and you keep that separate. You keep names separate.
Right.
You move like that, and you just move how you got to move. So no, but that was a lifetime ago. You do things
How
like,
old
and
was you? How old was you?
early ages. We're not gonna get too much into
Come
that.
on, why not? Never
That's,
damn.
I mean, that's a lifetime ago. We're not gonna
But
get
I'm
too much
proud of
into
you. I'm
that. But
proud of that.
my
Like
chicks.
you could have stayed there. You could have stayed there. You didn't. You bettered yourself. You turned your poison into medicine. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't no negativity in it now. It's water under the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just was an interesting time in my life. I just realized, girls were kind of doing things already, and it's like you can benefit off of things. And like if you I was working at like a massage parlor, and I was noticing things that was going on in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just can think I can do it on my own, and just making girls look and feel good is something I just was always good at, and making them comfortable. you know. But for me, it was like I was taking advantage of my power. So that's why I really don't like talking about it,
All right,
because
baby, I
people,
understand.
no,
We're gonna
no,
do the
no,
right
let's get
thing.
into it though.
Yeah.
People, the fuck? We already here, like,
Yeah.
people glamorize it and stuff, you know, but it's like, it was fun. That's the thing. It's power in it. It's fun. You know, you have girls want to eat you out. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was fun. We was lit.
Yeah.
We was lit. They was looking good. I was, you know, and it made me want to get interested in being more of a boss though. So I just feel
Mm.
like that wasn't bossy because it wasn't legitimate, and I could get in trouble for it, and like think I was
Yeah.
smarter than that. I'm like, I'm smarter than this. So let me do something where I don't have to take advantage of people's shortcomings, you know?
Did you have like did having girls being a mother of girls change your perspective on it too?
Well, I mean, that didn't happen till way later in my life. I
Right.
had my daughter until I was 27. So yeah, like, and I did that younger, like, you know, in my early 20s and stuff. So um, I
Yo.
got out of it like early, like when I had my son. So
Right, right. That shit is interesting. That part of the movie gonna be crazy.
yeah, it
Damn.
was crazy. Like living in, you know, like hotels and stuff, nice hotels, but living in there and like going through things with my parents, and you know, people
Mm.
finding out and stuff hitting too close to home, and people being like, oh, like I've walked into situations where it's like, oh, my mom introduced me to her friend, and then her daughter, I know her from, you know what I mean, like stuff like that,
Right.
putting me in bad, weird situations, and it just was messing with my conscience and stuff. But it was crazy, crazy time of my life. I can't believe,
You wasn't making
well,
music at all then?
huh?
You wasn't making music at all then?
No, no, it was straight out of like college and stuff. It's like, you
Damn,
know, it
that's
started
deep.
in college. So, I was doing the radio stuff, but I wasn't really like into the music all the way. So it was really like a phase. It literally wasn't even that long of a thing. It just was a thing for a while.
Like what's the most random place you had sex?
I don't know. I'm very conservative.
First of all.
I need a room and I need a shower and a bed.
What the fuck? Right.
Like
Yeah.
I'm an adult. Like
Yeah.
I'm like maybe a car, like, but not. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
doing
about
nothing
it.
else. And like it has to be tinted, a nice leather, you know, interior. Clean it. Like what?
Yo, that's funny as shit. That's real as shit though. No cat. Like that sounds like TYNEARA. Yeah, that's funny as shit. She said, "Nigga, you never caught me in nobody park."
Right? Like
Like,
what? The homelessness is real. Like I've always had a
yeah,
home.
it
I've
was
always had I've always had very nice threads. Like I'm good.
Reds. I'm done with you. Yo, you too cool for school. Like, what was your favorite thing in school? Like your favorite class
Science class.
subject? Oh yeah, of course.
Mm.
Astronomy, astrology. That makes sense.
Yeah, I love science class. And then it would
So,
probably be like reading literature after that.
see what I'm saying? They can look at you and get sex appeal from you so much that they would never know that you're that intellectual like
Yes,
that. Like you said earlier.
and that be irking me. That's why I was kind of like, yeah, fuck the camera today. Like y'all about to get some.
What?
It's like, what? Don't get distracted. Niggas be so easily
Don't
distracted.
get
Like, listen, I'm talking
distracted.
to you, nigga. You hear me?
No, seriously though, I'm trying to get my studio back up and running. I might need you to teach me how to use Pro Tools. That's the right there. Perfect.
Yeah.
I need you to hook me up. They'll get me back up and running. I ain't made music in a year.
I be using like GarageBand and Logic. I
Right.
don't even like Pro Tools for
All
real.
right, all right, cool then. Pit me D though. I need you to pit me D because I need to get back up and running. I got me a brand new Apple laptop.
But
You know what I'm saying? And I've been just waiting for the right person to come along. Like, who know how to do this shit? I be forgetting that you do that part. I be just thinking it's just rap. I be forgetting that part about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you really an engineer. You make your own graphics.
yep. I get
Wow.
help. I do get help though.
But still, you came a long way though.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
like
You know
shout
a
out
lot.
to like Skeet from Music Not Studios, who like helped me so much with like different things. cool. You know, my baby, he helped me out with everything, like album covers and all of that. I have a choreography team, and like they help me creatively. Shout out to Tone, who shot Porn with the effects and things like that. If he didn't have those effects, then I wouldn't have, gave that performance. So like it's so many people that have just stepped into
Yeah.
my atmosphere that I appreciate so much and helped me.
How far you think you came along with making beats? You think you got way
Uh,
better?
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting better.
You never.
I compare everything to the greats, and I always want to, I'm a
I
perfectionist,
know.
but
I
yeah,
know.
let's stay.
You are a perfectionist, though. That's what I think about. I always love choreography, and I think that's the main thing I always needed for my art, and I really take that serious. I can't wait to start my own team, dance team. I just always be looking, you know what I mean? But since I was young, or who could do dance moves and shit. So that's the part of you that I always love. Like she really know choreography. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not interested in choreography. They should be though, for entertainment purposes, I believe.
I can't believe that they're not though. Like that's
Right.
like I would just sit
Oh,
and watch choreo like videos and stuff. Like I would just naturally sit and just watch it, and I mean, I don't see. I really thought like growing up. Like I remember talking to a friend and being like, "Oh, you don't make up songs like when you walk down the street in your head, you don't make up songs." And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, like I really thought growing up until like I was like a teenager that everyone did that, that everyone could dance, that everybody thought of music like when they would walk around. I really did." And
like
and
real rap
and then I
though.
started being like, "Oh, y'all really don't like this is okay." Like
Like you never played with made a rhyme up. You be like, how you don't know how to rhyme? Like, and then you realize that damn, it's exceptional. That's an
right.
exceptional thing.
And then
Everybody can't do this.
then you find appreciation in that, and I'm like, okay, I have this gift, so
Right.
let me. Who am I to not, try with my gift? If it's there, and people are always saying it's there, and I naturally do it, and I've always done this since I was a kid. Who am I to just be like, okay, I'm not gonna do this? Like I have to see it through. So
That's so inspiring, bro, to hear that, especially from you, because I want you to keep going, man. I'm a big fan. I think everybody that ever heard you was a fan. Actually, to be honest, I feel as though if anybody ever stumbled across TYNEARA Da Vinci, they became an instant fan. It's like common sense. If you don't know her, you don't know her. But if you know her, you know what it
yeah,
is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not like that. I like everybody for different reasons. I like to give credit where it's due. I don't like to look at what's bad about people. I look at what's good about them. And that's what I always noticed about you. You confident, you consistent, and it's like you can hear from the rip, the initiation, like, damn, she don't even know what she doing. She not trying to be like nobody. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit very important. I'm listening for originality when I'm listening for people's music. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good you look. Like I love Asia Dollar is my favorite artist in the game right now. People say she's pretty in the face, and I don't care. I'm listening to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been listening to her music since she was 18. She's 26 years old now. Like she might not be
he
better than
snaps.
everybody.
He snaps.
Yeah, consistency is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it takes, yo. Like I see people like you. I've been doing this shit long myself. Like I know what it takes. Illegal to
Yep.
stay dedicated to stay dedicated with this shit. Support or no support, shit is amazing. You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Illegal.
Real rap. That's my right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
Like we started this shit, this close range shit together. Like and this shit, we just getting started. It's just the beginning with me and him. People think that it's over, but every time we around each other, it's magic. You know what I'm saying?
It's never over till it's over.
Yeah, what? I'm so proud of
Keep
him.
breathing. Yep.
Because he been through, what he just went through, and it's like for him to keep going strong like that is amazing to me. Real rap, and it inspired me. Like y'all both inspired me to keep going because I know how long y'all been, especially for a female though. Like how she do that like that consistently. How you know to be consistent? That's what I'm saying. How
Um, You
do
gotta
that.
study
Like,
the game. Like you study what
right.
others do.
That's common sense.
It's common sense. Like that's what I was told to do. My brother, my mom, everybody would say, you know, just keep going. Like everybody always say, keep going. And I just have more ideas. So it's like, okay, I hear a beat, then I come up with an idea for a video. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta go, whatever vision I have, I gotta just kind of see it through. And I'll see a space and say, hey, oh, this will be a nice studio spot. Let me pick this up. Let me, whatever. I don't know. I just kind of be winging it for real.
It's not really a plan. Where that though? That's girl. You just live in the moment.
Yeah, but I love this interview. This was amazing.
Yeah, but Hadina just drove for my archives. What? You like TYNEARA Da Vinci. Yeah, if you don't know, like I said, get familiar. I'm gonna be sharing this link. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be sharing different parts of it throughout the month. And I'm just so happy to have you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
I appreciate
you. It was long overdue, but we go. It's day one. You already know. So when you ask, I'm here.
you. Yo, Philadelphia Gates, East Coast have not for the back block. Philadelphia mascot with TYNEARA Da Vinci. What?
You know how it
Damn!
go down.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.